All right. So, welcome to Ungovernable Racing Network. I'm Reed, aka Papa Biscuit.
I am Dan Goleg, aka Steve.
I am Swamp Donkey, aka John, and I-85 South Champ. Thanks to Greenville.
And we got special guest with us today. We got pro late model driver of the I Heart Mac and Cheese car. We got Chase Spradlin. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Guys, I'm Chase Spradlin, and I am the driver of the I Heart Mac and Cheese number 89 Pro Late model.
So, tell us a bit about how you got started in racing.
I got started in go-karts from the family. My dad was racing before me, and then just kind of followed up with it. When I got of age, around 8 years old, he put me in a go-kart. Started out racing Talladega short track on dirt, and coming through the ranks of that. And about 14, I went into stock cars, which would be mini mods. I raced them for, and I bet 10 years. Went to street stocks, and then I started in late model racing. And coming through, late models have been a lot more tough than most would imagine for the money it takes to run them. But got hooked up with Bobby Roos, getting the pro late model ride of I Heart Mac and Cheese, and that has been a game changer for me, keeping me into the bigger races and letting me get a little more feel of the bigger ranks.
You want to get the next one, Steve?
Yeah, I'll get it. So speaking of Bobby, what's it like working with Bobby and Roger and being around Augie Grill and guys like that? I mean, that's got to be pretty cool hanging out with those guys all the time.
Man, it's super cool, man. Bobby and Roger got so much fun filled, man. They're all the time. They're fun about everything. They make everything enjoyable to be around. It's fun at the track to be with them. They do everything they can for you. They take care of you at the track, in the shop. It doesn't matter, man. They take care of you in every way. I've enjoyed being around every aspect of them. We've been Augie has got on my tail several times about what I've done wrong. I ain't gonna lie there. I've learned that I've done several things wrong in racing through my years of racing. He's taught me different ways, and he's helped mentor me, get me back around to the right track of things, man. So I'm blessed to have Bob and Roger, Augie, Chris Mitchell, my crew chief. Man, he's been a huge help coming on board with us. And then, Bob and Roger also bring along. Without them being on board, I wouldn't have the help that I have at the track because I don't have many people that come with me to the track anymore. It's Bob and Roger put people in places to help us get to the track, and without them, and it takes a full team effort nowadays. It ain't you need minimum 5 guys, and you really need 5 guys that know what they're doing all around on the car. So it helps a lot having them behind me in general.
What are some late model races you dream of racing in one day?
Man, I'd like to go to the Winchester, man. That track looks super fast and cool. I'd like to try that out if I ever get the chance to. I'd love to. The Bristol race, if they keep doing it, I'd love to go try that out just so I can say I run the NASCAR tracks in. That'd be a fun to attempt. I haven't got to do anything like that before, so I'd enjoy it if I ever get the chance to do it. But we kind of go race by race. To be honest with you, if we can keep the car one piece, and if we can feel like we've made gains, then we try to go to the next race. Because we've been struggling a little bit. I mean, it's just been kind of obvious past year, so we've struggled trying to get the speed that it takes to get up with them frontier teams, man. Them front couple, what I call who finishes top three now is a team driven car. It's not. They are good drivers in them cars. I'm not saying they're not, but they're fully backed by a team. And that's what it takes, man. It takes a good team of knowledge around you to help you get up to where you are nowadays. Because the driver can only do so much. I call it 85% car and 15% driver, late model racing, because there's not much. You can do a little bit to help out, but you can only do so much.
So for 2023, what are your plans? Is it going to be just pro late models, maybe some super? What do you got planned?
So it's just pro late model racing as of now. The super got tore up last year at All American 400. Augie was driving it and just got into a mishap. I think someone missed a shift on the restart and he got up in some else's trouble,
Mm-hmm.
but that car got tore up pretty good. It hasn't been fixed yet. So for sure, right now, as a pro late model racing is on the table for us. We're going to start with Alabama 200, and hopefully we have a great finish there, and then if we have a great finish, that'll propel us, to the next race. We don't really have a set schedule so far. We'd like to run all the Montgomery races if we could, but as far as now, we want to start with All American 400 if we can. And then, I think Ryan Roos is coming up this year in another mac and cheese car. He'll be pro late model racing. You'll see him debut at the Alabama 200. You've probably seen him in the sportsman class at Montgomery running one of the Alabama mac and cheese cars. So he's debuting this race too. So we look forward to that, man. Getting him a lot of knowledge and seeing whatever we can help him. And then we'll probably just take it, race by race, to be honest with you.
Steve?
Speaking of different tracks, what would be the one track that you just want to take off your bucket list? Like the one track, like any track you could think of. My personal would be like the 2004 NASCAR game, Dodge Stadium. That's just my personal.
Take off the bucket list as far as racing and winning it?
Or just participating in it.
Just participating. So my dad has ran Talladega 3 times or so, and he's ran Michigan and Atlanta in ARCA cars. So if I could go to Michigan, when I'm not a big iRacer, but when I do iRace, I kind of really enjoy Michigan. So if I could go there, I'd probably have the most fun there. I'm a short track racer at heart, don't get me wrong, but Michigan does something to me, and I really like the way the car feels getting around on the games. So if I could go up there, I would believe that I could do some good there.
All right, so if you could race in any era of NASCAR, in any car, what era would it be and why?
Oh, give me the 80s, man, like 87's Monte Carlos. Back when you see them cars really just waller all over the track. Back what I just called 85% car and 50% driver, man, I felt like it was maybe, I don't really know, but maybe 50-50, it felt like someone like the Dale Earnhardts and, the Rusty Wallaces, Darrell Waltrps, they could get up on the wheel and make something happen. Them cars they look like the most fun to drive. They really do. I compare it back to street stocks. I've ran street stocks, and that's what type that car is. And I'm sure that's nothing comparable to a NASCAR car back in them days. But I have some of the most fun running the street stocks, man. You just get up on the wheel, you hustle it, and the car's never really in the track, but it's all over the track, and you just make the best of it.
So Bobby Roos and Roger Roos, they've done some truck racing here not too long ago. You think that's something that you could be doing here soon?
Man, I'd love to. That's all in Bob and Roger's hands. That's the deal they got with Jordan Anderson.
Yeah,
that'd be super cool, man. If I could ever get that chance to drive one of their cars for the I Heart Mac and Cheese, man, and be repping that up in that ranks, that would be super cool to me. That would be on my bucket list. If I could ever get to that rank of just making one start, even if as long as I could finish once I started, I'd be so happy, man. It would be super cool to me. Bob and Roger, they've had a blast doing it. They love to race, man, and that's probably the most coolest thing racing for them is their passion to go racing is what keeps the sport alive. Is people like them.
Speaking of Anderson, he's put a lot of good super speedway trucks out there the past couple of years. He's done very well at Daytona, very well at Talladega. But my next question for you, do you have a rival? I see that smile, so I'm pretty sure that's a yes.
Currently, no. And honestly, I haven't had any mishaps with somebody so far. Rivals come in any race, though. It could be the next race you go to, you end up, and the crazy thing about rivals is you end up getting into them, and the next race, you don't really mean to, but you're around that same person, and you have something happen to them. You're not even trying. You're not even trying to get into them, but, it looks like it on camera, so everyone just goes into it saying you meant to do it, or that's why it happened. But it's just like they're a magnet from then on. You can't really get away from them. But currently, no. I don't know if that's thankfully or not, but currently, no. I'm pretty well easy flow, and I get along with most people right now. And I haven't had any mishaps with people for the most part right now. Like I said, they can change next race, so and I hope not to a point. But if it takes it to win, I'm all for it in the same sentence.
Are there any other disciplines out there besides late models and stock cars that you would be interested in to drive one day if given the opportunity?
So late model stock cars, as in, so we're gonna rule out Craftsman trucks because that's probably one of the most fun things I think I could go do. So I would definitely say that I'd like to go try that at that level, but I kind of know the money it takes to go to that rank, and that's really not in my deck of cards unless someone backs us up to that. Backspin puts me in a seat to fill. I would, outside of that, I'd like to go do some dirt racing. I think dirt racing helps you build your skill set. And more races you can do, the better skill set you develop, and it gives you a better, what I call ass feel. It gives you, the better your butt can fill a car is the better you can drive it. I really do. So I think that dirt feel, that yawed out really helps. So, and Bubba Pollard, I think, proved that not too many years ago when he started going dirt racing. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I feel like he came back super strong right after that. And it could have something to do with it. It might have nothing to do with it, but it looked good if nothing else.
Well, I don't know about Steve and John, but I don't have any other questions that I have written down or planned.
I've got one more.
So I'll let you
Hold
go.
up.
All right, Chase. If there is any current Cup Series driver that you could compare your driving style, your attitude, and everything that you do, is there any current driver on the Cup Series that you could compare yourself to?
Current driver. Let's see. I'd love to say Larson because he's freaking dominant everywhere he goes, and then behind that, Kyle Busch has a lot of haters, but some gun never gives up and he can drive anything. I'm going to say I want to be a Larson, or I say Elliott. Well, let's go with Elliott. Elliott lays back, but he doesn't really put himself in bad predicaments, and that's probably what I try to do the most. Because I grew up, I was racing mini mods when Chase Elliott was running Montgomery out there and winning races. And that's why I was running the same track, and I'd come out there and I'd see Bill and Chase be like 14 years old, 15, and be dominating everybody. But he's so methodical about what he does, and he puts himself in good predicaments where he can win. And I think that matters the most, man. I really do. I think you try to keep yourself out of bad predicaments if you can. It saves the car because we all know what it costs to run nowadays. So I think that matters the most. Man. If you can do that and get yourself in position to win, then win. So if I could be what I'd want to be, I'd say Elliott.
You're just saying that because you're both named Chase.
Well, we can do that too.
Chase.
Right.
If you weren't doing racing, what would you be doing? Like any other sport or what?
If I wasn't racing, man, I drive anything with wheels, man. It's any type of racing I can do, and it's anything with a motor, and usually 4 wheels. Don't get me on 2 because I'm terrible on 2. But keep me on 4 wheels and tires and a motor, man. I would do that on anything. That's all I've ever done, really. So if I could do anything else, man, I'm not really that great at anything else. Like baseball, I'm just that roundabout player. Football, I get murdered out there. I ain't big enough. But so I'd say I just pretty well stick with racing, man. Anything else I could do, it would be racing.
So, well, you got something, John?
No.
I guess as far as our interview, that's all we had planned. If you want to stay on and what?
If you could win one crown jewel race in NASCAR, which one would it be? Daytona, Darlington, Coke 600, or the Bristol Night Race?
Bristol Night. I'd go Bristol Night first. I feel like I had the best chance there. I'd go there first because the Daytona is such a random wild card race anyway. So I would feel like I could control Bristol a little bit better, and I could go after that crown jewel and get it. And it's really cool to be there and watch too, man. If y'all ain't never been, it's worth going. It's the closest thing to short track racing I could say there is.
Now, speaking of NASCAR, everybody knows what we're about to get into. This weekend's race was ungovernable,
Yeah,
to say the least. Reed, do you want to pull up that graphic?
Yeah, give me just a minute here.
I just want to say Toyota suck as teammates.
Chase, who's your NASCAR driver? That's one last question I have.
Who's my driver? Man, it was Dale Earnhardt, man. Ever since then, I felt like I rolled to the junior stage. I'm a fan of junior, don't get me wrong, but I was a senior fan at heart. mean, for ever since I could talk, man, I love Senior. And outside of that, honestly, I rolled to the Elliott stage. Once he got of age.
So Stenhouse, upset of the year for all we know. Logano was up front all day. He got second. Bell was up there for a while, got third. Busher was up there. Bowman kind of snuck up there. He was just kind of hanging out all day.
Mm-hmm.
AJ was up there, even though he went a lap down.
Yeah, AJ was up there getting lapped, and then
Came back.
And then came back.
He was leading at one point after he got unlapped.
Yeah,
My boy
Suarez
Danny.
spun and he worked his way back up. Blaney had a car that was just absolutely tore up. He's got a top 10. Chastain, I think he got involved in something. He worked his way back up. And then Riley Herbst in a Rick Ware car got a top 10.
There's a couple cars that should have been up there. That
So, Reed, you want to share this bet that we have?
If Riley Herbst wins at Talladega, well, not even Riley Herbst, if a Rick Ware car wins any race, period, this year, I'll shave my hair off. Which I'm planning on cutting it anyways, but I'll just go ahead and shave it all off if that happens, because I feel
more
it's never
confident
going
in
to
my
happen.
bet than
What did you say?
my bet. Well,
Oh,
I
yeah, you had a bet with
had
who,
a bet
Corey?
with Corey.
Oh, yeah, you'd shave your head.
I thought I was about to lose it Friday.
Yeah, Corey was up there in that truck
He was
race.
leading,
yeah.
I was like, click. Can't do this. Don't do it the first race.
God, I was hoping for the most oddball driver to win the race. I mean, it kind of happened, but
That's kind of is.
Yeah,
After who was dominating the end of that race,
yeah. I mean, you
I
had
honestly
Logano
thought
and
Kyle Busch had that.
that was Kyle's race. And then Jimmy said, nope. There goes the 99, who still came back and finished in the top 10. Crazy.
I mean, 500 was this week, but besides that, for NASCAR, is anything else notable going on?
Not that I can think of.
Auto
J.
clubs
Arm
this
screwed
week.
themselves on Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh.
JRM kind of imploded at the end of the race.
Our boy Brayton Laster, Pizza Man.
Yeah, we had a
He
little
tried to
decal on
drive through somebody, not around them.
we had a little decal on Brayton Laster's ARCA car on the back bumper. And he was running top 15, top 20 all day, and then he got involved at something there at the end and finished 27th.
All I have to say is Natalie Decker.
Coulda
Yeah, he
had
ran
it on the
into
winning
Natalie
car.
Decker. And the important thing is he kept that thing in one piece, except for the front clip, which that can be
Easily
fixed.
fixed.
But, so
That'll
he
take that
should
much.
have the car for Talladega. That's important because I want to go see him race at Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your picks for Fontana?
Fontana's kind of a wild
Way
card
too early.
Rowdy.
Not really.
Joe Blaney.
Yeah, I could see.
Blaney's coming with steam this year, man.
I think he's going to rebound and get some wins this year.
I forgot about him too. I saw that lineup a minute ago, but he's coming with steam this year. I think he's coming for it.
I think Kyle Busch he's on a vengeance tour this year. It's complete vengeance. That's all it is.
I don't know. The real season starts now, so about to see what everybody's got.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. Anybody can win Daytona. I almost said Talladega, but yeah, they can win there too. But yeah, I agree with that.
I'll go with Truex again. I don't know. I feel like he's going to come back too this year.
I feel like his this year's his
He started off
revenge tour.
strong at the Clash, so I think he can keep it rolling.
I'm gonna say Denny.
I'd like to see what RFK does.
Yeah, now that they don't have a 100-point penalty like last year.
Yeah, they're not starting off the year with a giant penalty.
What was the penalty even for? I don't even remember.
They were cheating.
Oh, that's right.
They fixed something. NASCAR fucked
Yeah,
up.
they
And
fixed
NASCAR got
something with the
mad.
wheels, and it was a safety thing, and yeah.
I think it was to help them stay on tighter, but NASCAR said, "Nah, fuck that."
Boomer check script. Them cheating, yo. Oh, Ford.
Yeah, them shooting forwards. So, anything else? It's NASCAR we got to cover? we talked about our predictions and what happened this week. So
Who won the Xfinity race? Wasn't it a nobody too?
Austin Hill.
No, it wasn't that. It was Arca then.
Oh yeah, the ARCA race.
Yeah.
We didn't finish with that. Our we almost sponsored the winning car on top of Brayton's car.
Yeah, so Greg Van Alst put out a post on social media a couple weeks before the race asking for sponsors, and I messaged him because figured, something we could probably do. And then talked about it with the guys. We decided, no, we already got this thing going on with Brayton Laster. We'll stick with it. It's cheaper, not having to spend more money. And Greg Van Alst goes and wins the race. And, we could have been on that car, but
Mosaic finished second, so he's
Yeah,
the
Connor
highest
finished
finisher
second.
so
Yeah,
far.
Connor
So you
Mosaic.
have to finish higher than second to be our highest finishing guest.
yeah, he's former guest. He got second. So
We set the standard high with a third and then a second.
Come on, your turn to be number one. Let's go.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's my turn.
Get to it.
I got 1 week away. We're looking forward to it.
Well, let's get you in victory lane. Hopefully, we're good luck charms.
Hey, I will be on here from here on out if I win. It's just like every week.
Guest panelist.
Yeah.
So, Steve, what else you got to talk about that you can think of that I might have a graphic for that I can pull up?
Let's actually maneuver around a little bit. Let's go to baseball first.
Baseball.
All right,
College baseball,
all baseball, man. Baseball
Softball.
season is back, baby.
softball.
Softball, I don't care.
Softball's more important than baseball right now, especially around here.
So everybody knows last week, spring training officially kicked off with pitchers and catchers reporting on the 15th.
Half the pitchers already out.
Yeah, half the pitchers are already out.
You pitch one day and already die.
Noah Syndergaard, he's already out. Who's that? There's a couple guys that are out.
I could just do this. People still see my face.
Do you have a baseball team, Chase?
No, I don't have much in baseball now. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Well, 2/3 of us on here are Braves fans, and there's Steve.
The other one's an
Brandon,
idiot.
you're on the Braves?
Oddly enough, Steve's the one he lives in Georgia. Yeah,
I go to
Near Atlanta.
damn near every Atlanta home
he
game.
goes to a bunch of their games, but he's a Yankees fan for whatever reason.
There's a long, complicated story behind that. Not really. My mother is a diehard Yankees fan. My father
Okay.
is a diehard Red Sox fan.
My mom's a
You could
diehard
probably-
Reds fan.
You can probably guess how that marriage ended, but but yeah, I went with the Yankees. Every other sport, I'm Boston, but not baseball. Anyways, that gets to our next little segment here. 108 Stitches. This is our baseball section of the podcast. This is headed by myself and the man up top, Papa Biscuit, and John likes to put in his input too. But anyways, let's go ahead and start off the way too early 2023 predictions. We'll let our guests start tonight. Chase, I know you said you didn't know much about baseball, but who do you think's going to win the World Series?
You got just as good a chance at guessing as we do. So
Yeah, it's true.
You just
I've
say
heard there's a lot of new rules this year that they've changed up, and they say it could be anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
so-
pull that up.
There they
rule
are.
changes.
Yeah, the rule changes. It's crazy how things have changed. I mean, you got a pitch timer now, 15 seconds when the bases are empty. Makes no sense for a pitch timer. I think it's trying to speed up the game. I'm not a fan of that.
Right.
But as you can see the statistic there, the minor league level, it reduced the time by
Yeah.
26 minutes.
Like I know from personal experience going to Montgomery Biscuits games, they had this. It was fine. I mean, it's really not a noticeable change. I mean, it makes games go half an hour faster, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge difference. So I'm indifferent. It's whatever.
Now the one thing I will agree on this rule change is the bigger bases. One from a safety aspect, especially with the speed that some of these guys have and the footing that are on the smaller bases. All of them are going from 15 inches to 18 square inches. It's going to be way safer for the guys because it's slightly bigger. It's not going to really change that much. It's not going to be that massive of a difference, but it'll be easier on runners. And I think they're trying to cater towards the speedier guys.
Well, I
Um,
think
it'll help for close calls too.
that as well.
I think there's going to be a lot more runners that are safe, simply because they're that much bigger, and then also with the shift restriction, I think whether they're doing this intentionally or not, they're
That's my
inadvertently going to
favorite
make
thing.
it to where there's going to be bigger scores, higher scoring games, better entertainment. So there's
Yeah,
gonna be a
I think that's
bunch of easy
Peop-
scores going on starting this year. Yeah, you
The
can say
way-
what you want about how you feel about it, but I think there's no debating that's what's going to happen.
yeah.
And the way that this country is now, baseball needs to have high scoring games to stay afloat.
I mean, the fan base is dwindling. I mean, it's
That's-
because of the
first
blackout
off-
restrictions. It's because of Rob Manfred. Let's get real. It's the commissioner. Dude, he is ruining the game, in my personal opinion. But,
I can't get Bally Sports to watch the Braves because one, YouTube TV doesn't have a contract no more. Two, if I do, it's blacked out. I don't wanna
3,
watch baseball.
Bally Sports is bankrupt.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going bankrupt.
So back to the way too early predictions.
Let's shoot for the Braves.
Yeah, I'll go with my Braves.
Yeah, let's shoot for them. Didn't they do pretty good last year?
I mean,
Kinda.
Yeah,
Kinda.
it's all right.
It fell apart when they got to the Nationals, but it's okay.
They started out okay.
So I think now Braves fans are expecting a World Series win again, and everything else is just complete utter failure. But
Yep.
all things considered, it was a good year last year.
It was a great year.
It was a
they made
pretty
the
good year for
playoff.
Atlanta.
They won the NL East for the 5th year in a row. After the Mets had this big, enormous lead. Oh, you're never coming back from 10
Yeah.
and a half.
It's always
It's
nice
over.
seeing the Mets lose.
It was over after
Eat
the
it,
Braves
New
won
York.
It's just cool to see both New York teams always fail every year.
Yeah, I'm used to it here recently.
Who you got, John?
I told you.
I didn't remember.
Tomahawk Chop.
So,
Let's go Bravos.
I mean, I want to say that the Rays have a chance for a good year, but I say that every year, and then they disappoint. But the only
Oh,
reason I
Tampa
root
Bay.
for the Rays is because the Montgomery Biscuits, 20 minutes away from me. It's been my local baseball team since I was born because they were.
I got the Greenville Drive, and I don't even cheer for them.
I mean, they are literally as old as I am. They were founded the same year I was
First
born.
off, I hate them because they lied and got them to come up here, even though we had the Greenville Braves. Could have had all the Braves players currently come through here. Is what it is.
They go to Rome now.
Can't. No, they go to Mississippi. Mississippi Braves used to be here. Can't have a new baseball stadium, is what they told them. Shipped them to Mississippi the next year, built floor field for the Greenville Drive, stepped down a division to single A baseball, and now they all suck.
Single way.
What
They're
you
not
got,
going to be good.
Steve?
I'm pulling this one out my ass. And it's not who you'd think. I honestly
You're gonna
think
say
we're.
the Mariners, aren't you?
Houston.
Yes, I am. The
Yep.
American League West
Thought you was gonna say
is going to be
Houston.
an upset. No, fuck Houston.
I knew you were going to say the Mariners. I
The
just-
Mariners have been my second team for years. I honestly think they have the capabilities this season to pull it off. They're either going to win the World Series or they're going to have a deep playoff run.
Cal's from right up the road from me.
Who? What?
What's his last name?
Hmm?
The player.
What's
Can't
his
remember
first name?
Cal.
Cal, there's like a million.
Cal Ripken. There's.
No, yes, because Cal Ripken plays for the fucking Mariners right now.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name.
I can't
right
think
now.
of his last name. Anyway, he's literally from 45 minutes up the road. There's this big old sign every time I go up there for work.
But in all honesty, that is my off the wall. Oh shit, this could happen prediction.
So I like him.
So I think we got the baseball covered.
College
Football.
baseball. College baseball, sir.
Okay, what about college baseball?
We back.
Clemson is on fire right now.
Bro, they had 32 stolen bases last year. In the first 3 games, they had 17. And then they got like 4 or 5 more last night. I'm like,
Their
Okay, well,
softball team's also on
Hey,
fire.
hold up,
Beat the
hold up.
shit out of Georgia.
I've been boycotting them since the old coach has been there and ruined my friend's career. So I might go watch a baseball game again this year. Softball, best softball team in the state. We coming for that national championship this year. Oklahoma, watch out. We coming
Oklahoma is going to be the one team to beat.
every year.
Speaking of baseball, one other thing
Alabama, we coming too.
that I did recently, in my local area, we had the Mountain Classic, which is high school baseball, GHSA, and I had the privilege of watching some of the best high school athletes in the state of Georgia play. There's one kid, I'm not going to say his name just because he's a minor, but he is a commit to Georgia Tech. He is currently number 1 in the nation for his position. He's a pitcher and a shortstop. It was an interesting combination. He's got a PG score of 10. He's averaging about 97 miles an hour on his fastball. He's got a
What's
nasty
ERA.
His ERA is like 4.33 right now. Or not that's batting average. His ERA I think is at like 0.7. It's ridiculously low. But yeah, he's doing really well. I'm expected to watch him go major. That's one kid that's going to go major.
Still got some Chase fans here in the chat.
I'm about to roll out, guys.
All right.
Y'all finish up. What y'all doing? I appreciate the invite tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
thank you for coming on.
Hey, no problem at all, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna try to do y'all some good, and hopefully, if we can pull off a good finish this weekend, we'll make sure and plug y'all. Appreciate you having me on.
Yep.
Yeah. Good luck
Well,
at the Alabama 200, sir.
We'll see you in victory lane, sir.
That's
you gotta
right.
you gotta up everybody else. We
Hey,
got third place and second place. Now we're going for number 1.
that's right. It's always a one up.
Yep.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all, man. Appreciate everything. Have a good
Yep.
night.
Have a good
Appreciate
night.
Have a
it.
good one. That was Chase Spradlin, guys.
And the views go down.
Yeah.
And
Highlights
the
over.
viewership just tanked.
Y'all tune out.
We go.
That's usually what happens, unfortunately.
I mean, come look for the guests. I mean, you want to watch 3 guys ramble on about different sports and all that.
They
you
don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, you know, 3 guys who don't know what they're talking about.
All right, what's next?
You know
what
what's
is next? What y'all want to talk about?
I-85 champs.
You want to talk about ECHL hockey?
I-85 champs.
All right, guys. This is the not fully
What is
updated.
this?
This is from yesterday. I didn't have time today to make it, so I made it yesterday. The graphic. Currently, there's the Western and the Eastern divisions. Still ahead. That's probably not going to change.
Should I put
on
this
that
full
side.
screen?
I'm sorry. What?
Should
Hit
I put this
the-
full screen?
Yeah, just put that full screen.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh well, we're winning 3-1.
Currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you still got the Growlers in first place. The Icemen kind of came out of nowhere.
They're a good hockey team.
Hey,
Appreciate
You
it,
did-
Travis.
you getting hit on, buddy? Is this gonna be like our friends over at LTC where they have that one person that's like a bot that's trolling them?
Oh, Steve, you want to
Yeah.
talk about the South Division real quick?
Dude, the South Division is competitive.
Really? 'Cause it
Yeah,
looks like y'all are getting left behind.
I'll take your word for it because I have no clue.
yeah, we are getting left behind, but we are literally having players
mean,
getting called
Greg,
up
you can see.
left and freaking right.
So I don't want to
It
hear
was
that.
Greenville,
We're
from
getting
what I
call.
hear.
We're getting call ups. You see every call up I send.
Yeah,
I mean, we're getting call up by Vancouver's AHL team, and we're not even affiliated with them. That's how good we are. Other teams want our players. Nobody
Who's-
wants y'all's.
who's y'all's AHL team?
Ontario.
Ew.
I don't even know what they're doing right now. They won their last game. It feels good to be in the kingdom, though.
Honestly, the Glads just went on the 10-game
Your
losing
belt
streak.
sure is blending in with your Bubba background.
What?
as your belt is like blending in with the
I
Bubba
can't
background.
see my background.
Anyways,
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the Glads are on a like they just crushed their 10-game losing streak. It was getting rough.
We had a 3.
It was not as bad as ours.
It was terrible.
The problem is we had amazing offense. It's just everybody we played came back with better offense. Our defense has been trash.
Y'all
And I
about to
do
get passed by the Ghost Pirates.
that don't
You
even
ain't
no
careful.
no. Fuck Savannah.
Hey,
Fuck
they're
those
only 9
assholes.
games behind y'all.
No. No, I mean, yeah, they're 9 games behind us, but look at the points. They're what? 12? 14? They're 14 points behind us. I don't see them catching up. At
9
least they're
wins.
not in
Hey,
last place.
they win 5 games. That's 10 points.
That's true. But anyways, yeah, the Glads went on
Coming
a
up.
10-game slip. No defense. Well, defense, but they're changing up the lines. There's a lot of fresh guys out there. There's really nobody we can blame for that.
what
They're
happens
just
when you're-
inexperienced.
That's what happens when you're affiliated to a crappy organization.
Okay, yeah. You
So-
go back to Boston for the love of God.
When you're in the kingdom, everybody wins.
When you're a Boston affiliate, everybody freaking wins.
I think I've asked this before during the hockey segment, but I just honestly don't remember. Who is the Red Wings affiliate team?
If you'll scroll down to the very bottom on the right side.
The Lions?
No, keep going.
What? That's,
Yeah, they're not there.
Keep going.
there we go.
Oh, they're not
Okay,
even on
gotcha.
there. They cut
Conference
that.
update. Conference update is
The Norfolk
Their team.
Admirals, who have 12 wins,
Yeah, they've got 12 wins. I didn't even put 14.
27 points.
Ooh, Travis isn't a bot. You know what that means, Reed?
He gonna box you up.
Ooh, as long as he doesn't box him up and ship him somewhere, you know. If you do, though, make sure you use like UPS or
that came out of
FedEx.
nowhere.
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying random shit at this point.
Are
Yeah,
you sure
look,
it's not past your bedtime, Steve?
It is way past my bedtime.
What are you, 50?
Yes.
Might as
It's
well
only
be.
8:42.
I wake up every morning at like 3:30, man.
So, anyways, hey, when we play y'all again? Or, sorry, when we beat y'all again?
You mean
Let's
when
go
y'all
find
lose
out.
again? Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here doing right now. I'm sitting here looking. Honestly, you know,
gonna be
every game that's been between,
Oh, March 7th, we get to beat y'all at home and still
Oh.
be I-85 champs.
you know, I might just come up there for that.
No, it's at y'all's. Y'all don't come back up here no more this year.
Oh, well, then I'll definitely be there for that.
Y'all are scared.
Speaking of, I don't know if he's watching, but my Glads representative Ryan and or Ian, if you're
Hey,
watching,
Put us back on.
thank you.
Take this off.
Okay, hold up. There we go.
There we go.
Again, Ryan or Ian, if you're watching or listening, thank you guys for the press credentials. They're going to come in handy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use them last week. They are in my mailbox right now. I haven't checked my mail, but they did arrive today.
That should have been the first thing you done
Yeah.
as soon as you got
I've
home.
only been home like 40 minutes.
Okay.
Well, a little bit longer than that. More like an hour and 15 minutes.
You just don't like by instinct check your mail as soon as you pull up.
You know, I was a mail carrier for
I
4
know
years.
I
I don't
don't.
feel like opening a mailbox ever again in my life.
I mean, I check it like every other day. every
Usually
2
my
days.
wife does it, so
So we blame her.
no.
You just want a scapegoat.
Yeah. Like the federal government, but you know.
Hey, welcome to the kingdom. Hey, by the way,
So-
tell your NHL team to or affiliate to trade Jacob to us.
Speaking of NHL, you want to look at standings for it?
Yeah, Boston's still kicking ass.
Let's
Kind
see
of.
this real quick.
They're getting
Here
called.
we go.
Yeah, fuck Toronto.
Not really. They're not getting called. They might.
Yeah,
have
they're
beat
not
the
getting.
points
There
record.
is no way. 91 points to
But here's the thing.
76. They
They're
are
gonna do-
way ahead.
Here's what I predict. They're going to go do that, get to the playoffs, and die.
Boston probably, because that's been our past couple
I mean,
years.
Carolina has 82, so. they
I mean,
might get-
Carolina came out of nowhere too.
Eh,
Carolina has been on fire. Thank you, Travis, for being a true hockey fan.
I'm just gonna say for I'm surprised we actually got people watching. But
I'm glad we have people watching. I like the
Me
audience.
so
My
I
cat can come out.
I guess I'm a Red Wings fan, but I never watched.
Okay, we're
that's
gonna
why I
make
always
you-
root for because it was my grandpa's team. But
We're gonna make you a Nashville Predators fan.
why?
Nashville's not too awful, but they still suck.
I mean, if you look here, Nashville's 4th in the wild card, while Detroit's 6th. Nashville has a chance, and it's cool as fuck to say Smashville.
So Nashville is mid, and Detroit is a little bit worse than mid.
Dog shit.
No, they're not
No, because
dog
they're not at the
shit.
very bottom.
They're not Arizona.
Hold up now. They're tied.
Who's tied?
Actually, they have a. Yeah, Arizona and Detroit are in
One's
the
at
same.
545, the one's at 430. Detroit is so much better than you.
Well, they're in the same position, so therefore they are tied. Holy shit! No, never mind. Yeah, you're right. Detroit is way better.
Yeah.
60-49. Yeah, that's way better. But still,
Meanwhile-
Vancouver sucks, and so does San Jose. But
Well, that's
and-
because Vancouver has nobody. That's why they called Bednard to come play goalie in the AHL.
Ottawa is.
I know we're just like asking this mid another segment, but like we don't have any football to talk about this week, do we?
No, we have nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
USFL ain't back. for a few
XFL
weeks.
started.
Yeah, XFL did start.
USFL had their draft. Chase Bryce got drafted to Houston.
Yeah. Malik
It's pretty
Cunningham got drafted by the Stallions, local boy.
The NFL needs to take the USFL, make them the single A or double A, make the XFL triple A.
I
And
mean,
then
college is already
NHL.
single A.
Professional football needs a farm league so fucking bad.
That would be wild.
Yeah, we got old man AJ McCarron getting some appreciation.
Hey, AJ's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that dog in him.
He does. Hell, he's the national champion, bro.
Who's the what is it? Is it the XFL player? I can't remember. He was an NHL player or NFL player. Then he got booted. Went to the XFL, got booted. Got to the USFL and got booted.
That
Like
could be
all-
any number of guys.
No, like he was like a
Pac-Man
high draft pick.
Jones,
He was a quarterback. I know that much. He was trash.
Ryan Leaf, Johnny Manziel, probably
Yeah,
J Mac.
That could be.
Because now
No,
he's
there was
in the
one
arena for-
recently.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Johnny-
saying like this season.
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, okay. I don't
He's in
follow
arena
football that much.
football. He's in the thing on Twitch where fans
See.
pick the play.
Manziel.
It's Johnny Man. Just go with it. Anyways, NHL champs, Kingdom. AHL champs, Kingdom. ECHL champs, Kingdom.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Pull back up that NHL graphic for me, Reed.
Kingdom boys.
There you go.
I'm going to say. So winning the Central, I'm gonna have Winnipeg. Just
Over
because
Dallas?
over Dallas, yeah,
Jeez.
over the Stars, just because they're the Thrashers
Oh.
in my heart.
No.
I honestly, I think the Kings are gonna have the Pacific.
Oh, we coming.
It's gonna be close.
If
I
we
mean,
get I love Jonathan Quick with all my life. That man is a fucking god in net. He's getting old.
wild
we got-
card, I think, is gonna end up being Calgary and Edmonton. I think Minnesota is gonna fall off.
I think so too. Minnesota has no fan base and they suck.
They- They have, I don't know, they have great runs, but they just can't clutch it. Let's go back to lower in the wild card real fast. Want to give a shout out to an ECHL player that was a Glads player. His very first game as the goalie in net breaks an NHL record.
For what?
47 saves in his first game and a
That was his-
shutout.
Oh, that was him?
That was him. That was our goalie. I can't remember his name to save my life, but dear God, he was amazing when he was
I
with
seen
Atlanta.
that. I'm like, damn, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. First game, come out and breaking
47?
47 saves in his first NHL appearance.
Okay, Atlantic or the
Atlantic,
East side.
Boston's got that. I'm not
Boston's
worried about
covered. Carolina's covered. Wild card, Pittsburgh makes it in, or Washington.
I would love to
see
see
them.
Pittsburgh. I would love to see Sidney Crosby and Ovechkin playing each other in the playoffs again. I haven't seen that in a while.
I just want to see the Islanders get kicked out.
Yeah,
Personally.
nobody likes the Islanders.
I don't even see how you're an Islanders fan.
There's so many better teams in the area, like the Rangers
Rangers
or Boston or even Toronto.
ACHL team or AHL team. Sorry, they're better.
Ottawa's even better.
I wouldn't go that far.
Philly.
Well, I put it this way, Steve.
Hey, did y'all see?
Well,
I should have sent you that and screen recorded it, Reed, and we could play that
what?
video of McJesus absolutely burning the shit out of 4 Philly defenders.
Are we
Yes.
talking about Mr. 800 now?
Yeah, just 800.
545 games and has already scored 800 points.
And dude's only 25 years old.
Shit's impressive.
Reed, how old are you?
19.
Bro's 6 years older than you.
Yeah, look what I'm doing with my life. I'm sitting here with y'all.
And he's
Reed,
over
you,
here.
you could be an NHL
McJesus.
superstar.
He's McJesus. Anyways,
Oh.
did you even see that play?
Yes, and it was dirty.
That was nasty. If he would have scored,
Yeah. Between the legs and all. Anyways, Reed, what were you saying? I'm sorry. We cut you off.
I was going to say, unless do you want me to pull the standings back up?
For
Just is there anything else that you didn't really cover with the standings?
I think we're good on NHL and ECHL.
Because as far as I'm concerned with what I got sent, we are out of graphics to show.
Shane Weber got traded.
He did?
Yeah.
Where'd he go to this
Arizona.
time? Oh, God, no. I've always liked Shane, though. I can't really say anything bad about him. While we have a second, we still have some viewers. Just want to mention that we now have a website. We have articles that we posted.
Buy our merch, please.
Yeah, we need money. Buy merch.
We need to sponsor
trying
more
sponsor
drivers.
People. Buy some merch.
If you
Even
want to
if it's
see
just-
URN on an I Love Mac and Cheese vehicle of any sort, go just buy a bumper sticker, man. We got some funny bumper stickers.
We got some dope hats.
We
I
got
know
some
winter's
nice hats.
over.
Reed's
We
got one
got
of
some
mine right
nice
now.
hats.
I know winter's over, so beanies aren't really in style now. But buy one early for next winter.
Mhm.
Exactly. Prepare. Bundle up. But yeah,
I
if
mean,
you go
I
Bundle.
to
We might have a winter special.
if you go to ungovernableracing.network.com, I mean, we did interviews. Hell, I posted an interview earlier today I did with Chris Hacker, the truck series driver. We've done ones with Dylan Feccio, Gio Ruggiero, game recaps, race recaps, links to all our socials and
Legends.
Hey, you
you
can
can
put our
see-
logos on the merch, Steve?
Yeah, when
Yeah, you
I
should
get
do that.
time.
That
Yeah,
would be
we.
cool.
If I had the graphics entirely done,
and
we all have an
I-
individual logo now.
I already sent you mine.
Yes.
I had professionally done.
but yeah, in addition to all that, you can also find it's just info about all of the guys that are involved, it's schedule for all the events we're going to this year.
And there is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There
races.
is a lot.
Not to mention all of the games that baseball, hockey, whatever we're going to.
There is a lot.
So we're full throttle for this year with all the events we're going to.
By the way, this is the first episode of season 2. We didn't mention that.
Yeah, we
in
didn't
the
mention
beginning.
that. This is
Wonder why,
yeah,
Mr.
We,
Host.
we forgot.
Mr. Host.
yeah.
I was
So-
like, it's Papa Biscuit. I'm Reed.
What
Okay,
you can
never mind.
expect for season 2. I mean, we're going to keep doing these streams, up in the production a bit. I mean, we've already improved a lot the past few weeks.
Listen, you want to see how much we improved? Go watch episode 1.
Yeah,
Episode 1 was a complete shit show. It was titled Shit Show Episode 1.
but also without. So we're gonna, kind of what I can't find the words to talk. Jesus Christ, we're gonna make things a little bit better on the stream, and then not to mention after the stream, maybe a couple of days after. It just depends. I'm not sure. We'll try to get into a rhythm, but we are going to upload the audio recording to Spotify, just in case anybody wants to listen to it on Spotify. They can. And
That's something a little different. Instead of watching us, you can listen to us.
yeah, you can
I'd
listen.
rather listen.
That
to
way
us.
we can be an actual podcast. you
Yeah,
know,
instead of a video cast.
instead of a stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
One day we'll set it up for Apple. If you have an iPhone, use Apple Podcast.
Spotify's better.
Apple
Spotify is way
sucks,
better.
so it didn't let me do it today. So
I have an iPhone and I use Spotify. So
Yeah, did
I use
you?
Apple for everything. I'm sorry.
I use Spotify and Apple Music. Apple
I use
Music more
Apple-
because it connects to my car easier. But
I use Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, because everything's right there. It's all simple.
that's our little plug for season 2. What all you can expect.
well, there's a couple more things.
I got some
Like-
couple uncomfortable people coming soon.
Yeah, we got some
Yeah, we got some
interesting guests.
I don't have the
Gotta
graphics. pulled
reschedule
up, but
last
you can tell
week's
them all about
guest.
Steve.
I apologize for the guest. Who is our next guest actually?
You forgot?
Wow.
When's the
You
first?
booked him.
Oh, the first. Oh shit! I forgot.
You booked him.
I booked the guy. Oh
you
god, I'm
Jesus.
gonna. Oh, I'm so sorry. His name is Aiden Saunders. Now, some of you guys might know him from TikTok. He kind of went viral overnight with one very obscene gesture to another driver. It was glorious.
He got spun and he flipped off the dude
Yeah,
while spinning and kept
it
it
was-
rolling.
There you go. Since I'm talking and realize that, hey, the people on the Spotify are not going to know. Oh shit! What
This
the
is
hell are
gonna
you
be a
talking about?
Hey, you're smart.
painful listening experience.
You know, I
I'm
use my
sorry.
hands a lot to talk. So
Listen, if you're ever on Spotify listening to this, I'm sorry
Yeah,
that
I'm
you have to
sorry.
deal with this. It's even worse than watching us.
you know, hold up. When is the first? Because he's scheduled for Wednesday, March 1st.
That is next week.
Oh, that is next week. Holy shit! This year is flying by.
Yeah, and then after him, we're free. So nobody concrete after him, but once we do have some things,
Got to work on a couple
Confirmed.
people.
There's a couple people that we have.
Yeah.
that
They're
are,
out
working on
there.
a few people.
Got to reschedule last week's guest.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was a little disappointed about that.
And then the guy that you had planned on rescheduling him, like replacing him with, want to get him on here at some point.
Yes.
Yeah. We got to plan him though. We can't do it last minute.
Another thing, we are planning big things.
$10,000 worth of things.
That and some other things, but we need your help though. We gotta raise some money.
Our
Because majority of everything we do comes out of pocket.
Buy our merch, please, because we're poor.
Just
Buy a t-shirt.
buy a t-shirt. You
Buy
know,
a
it,
t-shirt,
it
man.
kicks back $5, and it all goes
Look.
back to everybody that's watching and or listening because it goes
I
to
don't-
drivers that we can sponsor.
I ain't the type of person to say go buy merch because I hate people that do that. Go help us
But-
help you.
But
No,
but
but-
if you do,
help you.
Swamp Donkey up there will give you his promo code for
Oh, I got one.
No,
for
because
your
we need the
energy
money.
drinks. For your energy drinks.
I don't even know if it still works, but we can do that.
That
Yeah, he's
works.
got to raise.
Yeah, go ahead. Plug that, John.
It's raised. It's Swamp Donkey 116, just like you see it on the screen there. No
There's
space.
116 on the screen.
Yeah, just add 116.
All right,
not
guys.
hard.
Well, I think that's all. Oh shit!
Anything else?
Drop my phone. I think that's all we've got for tonight.
Yeah, pretty relatively short episode. So,
No, not too short. It's been an hour.
yeah,
Just
under
about.
an hour. I mean, we kept it
Steve.
under an hour. Usually we go on at least an hour 15.
Remember
Well,
these?
I am hopping off tonight, fellas. I will see y'all. Hey, look, there's Stitch.
Remember these?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, I-85 champs.
y'all have a good night.
Remember that.
Yep.
Don't forget
We'll
that.
see y'all next week.